On February the 11th, 2023, the World Eaters finally got their long-awaited codex. However, it quickly became clear that there were a lot of unanswered questions in the rule set. Does Avocado's +2 move aura affect units pre-game? Can you auto-kill a Rhino for Blood Tithe points? And then, just over a month later, on March the 15th, Games Workshop dropped their official FAQ, which answered none of the questions being asked. In fact, it answered one single question that, as far as I know, no one had ever asked. I guess I'll do it myself then. Okay, so pitter patter, let's get at it. We're going to take a look at some of the most commonly wondered musings regarding how certain World Eaters rules interact, and I'll give my best opinion on how they ought to be interpreted. I'll examine relevant rules, look for previous precedents, and finally use common sense or perceived rules as intended where necessary. This will in no way be official, but may serve as a resource to help you discuss it with friends or TOs. First, let's look at auto-exploded in a Rhino for Blood Tithe points. Blood Tithe guarantees a unit's death, will provide some Blood Tithe points between 1 and 3 depending on the unit and how much else has been destroyed that phase. However, the GT rules state that if a dedicated transport is set up with nothing inside it, it cannot be set up at all and is counted as destroyed during the first battle round. Rules as written then, you can absolutely auto-kill any number of dedicated transports for Blood Tithe points, but each will only be worth 1, as it is not killed during a phase, as it cannot be set up, which is during the deployment part of the game, which is not a phase. However, not only is this ultimately pretty inefficient and wasteful 99% of the time, it's also very much a that guy move. This earns a disappointed Jack rating. It's legal, but come on now. Second, let's see if Avocado's +2 movement ability affects units during the pre-game move afforded by his Warlord trait. It's my personal opinion that eligible units cannot receive the +2 during pre-game, as leading the charge specifies the unit has a +2 until the end of the phase. Pre-game abilities do not occur during a phase. However, every TO and learned rules scholar I've talked to generally believes it is entirely possible and legal. Given that I was in the minority of understanding this interaction, I've clarified with TOs when appropriate and have always been given the advantageous answer. So this gets rated a be cool and ask your TO or opponent first rating. It's not shitty, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Next, can Angron use his Wrathful Presence ability whilst he is off the table? This is an incredibly weird interaction because there is actually, as it turns out, no rule that says any model can't use its abilities off the table. In support of this is the fact that Deep Strike-like abilities have to be able to trigger whilst off the table to actually work, and apparently there was a Tau unit that could do something from reserves in their previous codex. I can't find these rules, however, so this may or may not be true. However, this way madness lies. Whilst I've devil's advocated it as a strictly raw interpretation, I don't think it would be a very good idea to do this. If you dive too deep into this line of thought, you can find some really strange areas where other rules are absent. So yeah, Jack's going to be upset if you do this one. Another question, which isn't entirely clear at first glance, is do the Warlord traits present on Angron, Avocado and Khorne's datasheets actually cost a CP if they are your Warlord? Luckily, it's pretty cut and dry. Step 2 of setting up a game is muster armies, and the first bullet point for that states players can only give models in their army Warlord traits if they have used a requisition stratagem to acquire them. So this is quick and easy, and Dara is happy with the answer. A week or so before the World Eaters FAQ dropped, Imperial Armor received an errata, and notably, it did not add a restriction to Forge World transports such as the Termite Drill or Dreadclaw Drop Pod to treat 8-bound keyword units as 2 models, similar to Possessed. So look, this is a weird one. It's probably rules as intended that 8-bound and Exalted 8-bound should count as 2 models when sitting in any of the various Forge World units with the transport capacity, but the fact is they count as 1. This, in my opinion, is another case of asking your TO, as it's not game breaking or OP to do it. I guess the worst offender would be 3x3 8-bound in a Dreadclaw for a Leroy Gambit on turn 1, and that's very much a swingy play at best. So yeah, be chill and check with your TO about this one. So I think that covers some of the most commonly asked questions that GW has stubbornly refused to answer. If you've got any more, the best place to ask would be our Discord, link below. So thanks for watching, and if you're interested in supporting us, we've just opened up YouTube membership, which will mirror Patreon for its benefits, plus you get special emojis to use during live streams. We also have a Patreon and a couple of affiliate links below. Do check us out on Spotify and Twitch, and most importantly, stay healthy, stay safe, and kill Namebird.